Hey, my name is Rick. I always thought if my marriage ended, it would be because of something gradual, like distance creeping in or life pulling us in separate directions. I never imagined it would implode in a single night. It started with an argument. Not our first, not even our worst, but this one had a different kind of venom. Kelly and I had been off for a while. Strained conversations, tension neither of us could seem to diffuse. That night, it boiled over. Something stupid set it off. I don't even remember what. But before I knew it, voices were raised, accusations thrown, and old wounds reopened. "I need space," she said, finally grabbing her purse. "Kelly, wait, just stop." "Rick, I need to clear my head," she snapped, and the door slammed, leaving me alone with the silence. I sat there, staring at the spot where she had been, wondering when we became people who needed space. Hours passed. I texted. No response. I called straight to voicemail. Midnight crept in, and I debated whether I should be worried or pissed off. I settled on both. Then, at 3:14 a.m., the front door banged open. I turned just in time to see Kelly stumble inside. Her hair tangled, makeup smudged, her shirt hanging off one shoulder, reeking of alcohol, smoke, and something else I didn't want to identify. She tripped over her own feet, giggling to herself before locking eyes with me. "Hey," she slurred. "You're still up?" My stomach twisted from the realization of what this likely meant. "Where the hell have you been?" I asked. She waved a hand dismissively. "Out." "Out where?" She rolled her eyes, staggering toward the couch. "Why do you care?" I stood there, watching my wife, the woman I'd built a life with, barely able to stand. Her pupils blown, her clothes half on, and something deep in my gut told me I didn't want to know the answer to my next question. But I asked it anyway. "Did you sleep with someone?" She blinked, as if the words took too long to register. Then she scoffed. "You always think the worst of me. Just answer the question. Did you?" I demanded, my voice sharp. She didn't answer. Didn't even try to deny it. Just sank into the couch, muttering something about needing sleep. I walked away before I did something I'd regret. Lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, I couldn't shake the feeling, an instinct clawing at me. So, I got up, grabbed her purse, and then her phone. She never put a passcode on it, probably never thought she needed to. The text hit me like a body blow. She had been with some guy named Everett. "Had a great time tonight. You're incredible. Hope to see you again. Kelly needed that so bad. You were great, so great. Relieved so much stress. Best decision I've made in a long time. You should have stayed, but I hope you made it home okay. Would love to do it again," followed by a winking emoji. Then the pictures. Selfies. A couple of them. Her, smiling drunkenly, pressed against some guy I'd never seen before. His hand on her thigh, her lips against his neck. My hands shook. I sent everything to my phone, then printed them out for good measure. I sat in the dark, staring at the proof of my wife's betrayal, waiting for morning to come. When she finally woke up, groggy and hungover, she groaned. "God, my head is killing me." I tossed her phone on the couch next to her and threw the pictures on the floor at her feet. "You should be more worried about your marriage," I said. She blinked down at them, confusion morphing into horror. "Rick, it was." I folded my arms. "Go ahead. Explain." She scrambled upright, shoving her hair out of her face. "It was a mistake." "No," I cut her off. "A mistake is forgetting to turn off the stove. This was a choice." I pointed at her phone. "Plus, in those texts to Everett, you said it was the best decision you ever made. That means it was a choice, Kelly. Try again." Her eyes welled with tears. "I was drunk. I wasn't thinking. You were thinking enough to text him, to take pictures, to sneak back home late at night hoping I'd be asleep." "I didn't mean to." "You didn't mean to get caught," I shot back. Her lip trembled. "It didn't mean anything." I exhaled sharply, shaking my head. "It meant everything to me, and you threw us away the second you decided to act like a single woman. Well, now you'll be a single woman." She reached for me, but I stepped back. "Honey, please. I'll do anything. Just give me another chance." I stared at her, the woman I once trusted with everything, and felt nothing but a cold emptiness. "It meant everything to me, and you threw us away." I grabbed the divorce papers I'd already printed that morning and set them on the couch next to her. "We're done." Her sobs followed me out the door, but I didn't look back. When someone shows you who they truly are, believe them and keep moving. She'd spit on our marriage vows once out of anger. She'd do it again. I immediately handed my lawyer the evidence. The divorce proceedings went on, and initially Kelly tried to fight, not to be difficult, but to keep us a reality. She and her lawyer asked the judge for couples therapy, but the sensible judge took one look at the evidence of her infidelity and asked if I'd be interested in pursuing reconciliation. When I said no, she ruled to finalize the divorce, and I moved on with my life. Months have passed since that night, and the regret weighs on me heavier than any hangover ever did. I thought I could move on, that the world was full of possibilities. But the truth is, no one is interested in anything real with me. Every date, every conversation ends the same way. Casual, distant, uninterested in anything beyond a fleeting moment. I replay that night over and over in my head, wishing I could take it all back. The pointless arguments, the anger that burned too hot, the reckless decisions. I ruined the best thing I ever had over one night of selfish indulgence. I was right. It wasn't a mistake. It was a choice. And now I have to live with it. The worst part, I can't even blame him for walking away. I scroll through my phone, staring at old photos of us, laughing, happy, in love. A love I destroyed. Now, I sit across from strangers at dinner tables, knowing none of them will ever look at me the way Rick did. They want fun, something easy, nothing serious. And deep down, I know I don't deserve anything more. Because when I had something real, I let my anger win, and I lost everything.